What's going on, guys? It's Greeny here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, guys, I'm going to show you how to snipe Solana meme coins using BullX. If you like my content, please subscribe down below. YouTube tells me that 23% of you are subscribed, so let's get that to 30%. So smash the subscribe button. As always, guys, do check out my trading group. If you'd like a discount, you can use the code July_sale during the checkout process to get 23% off the lifetime or the month subscription. As always, guys, here's the video. Alright guys, so to get early access to BullX, you'll need to sign up either two ways. You can come to my Twitter page here and click on my link tree and then click here, best meme coin platform BullX. Open that and it'll shoot you in to a Telegram app, which I have recorded in a video before, so you can check that out. But that's the first way that you can sign up for BullX and get 10% discounted fees and early access to their airdrops. The second way is, if you're watching here on YouTube, scroll down, guys, and it's just here in the description below. That way you don't have to wait for the wait list, which is over 200,000 people right now, because this platform is insane for sniping. All right, so for the sake of this video, I thought rather than me trying to do some live streams about actually sniping, I thought I would actually show you my settings and how I go about tracking the potential meme coins that I like to snipe for those 100x's. Now, I will do another live stream soon using this platform, but for the sake of this video, this is how I go about sniping meme coins on Solana. So you come to the platform here. Once you've got some Solana in your wallet, there's two different ways. So you can track it via new pairs over on the side, which is a good strategy because it shows you all of these sort of statistics on the front. Or you can obviously use Pump Vision, which essentially is where all the Moonshot tokens are, where all the Pump.Fun tokens are launched every single minute. Now, currently, obviously, America is starting to wake up. So as the day progresses, there's probably a lot more tokens starting to drop. And there's three different ways that they sort of rank this platform. So the first one is obviously new creation. So for me right now, I've got all my filters turned on, but if we just turn them off, you'll see how many actually, oh no, yeah, sorry, there we go. So pump, these two do need to be turned on at all time. I'll just get rid of my presettings, okay, and we'll talk about them very shortly. But if I tick them all off, okay, we'll start to see that there are so many more tokens launching every single minute. And I'll show you how I filter through these. The second one is tokens that are about to graduate. So in other words, they're about to hit that Radium pool and then be available to trade on Dex Screener. And then lastly, it's any tokens that have graduated, so they have made their Radium pool, whether it's on Moonshot or whether it's on Pump.Fun, and they already can be traded on Dex Screener. So there's different strategies that you can do. Now, sniping generally is focused on the more degen side over on this one over here. However, you can obviously snipe tokens that are about to graduate because as they go through the graduation process onto the Radium pool, it actually cuts off trading for about 5 minutes. So you can set up some potential snipes on those tokens. But again, that's quite risky because a lot of those tokens that do graduate generally do dump afterwards. And if you do have a look here, the market cap of all of these ones that are about to graduate, so 2 hours ago, 46, 15 hours ago, 40, 30 minutes ago, it's already dumped back down to 25K. These ones over on the side of tokens that have graduated, a few of them are still kicking not too bad. So 130K, 67K, 45K, 86K. This one obviously dumped all the way back down to 0 at 3K. So you are seeing that if they do graduate, they generally do pump. So therefore, you could potentially snipe them during that process from Pump.Fun or from Moonshot onto the Radium liquidity pool. Now, ultimately, we're going to spend our time over on this side. So this is where we are seeing multiple tokens literally launch every single minute. So before we dive into the settings of the actual tokens, I just want to run you through what I look for when I'm looking for potential snipes. Now, ultimately, you can set some filters, which I will show you my filters very shortly, but you can obviously track some of the statistics here. So for example, let's look at this one here. So this is, I don't know how to pronounce that, but Memen, okay? Meme Nation, there you go. Now, a couple of red flags already. So the beauty of BullX is that it shows you some crazy details, and I'll show you what I mean by that very shortly. But if you have a look here, it's got red flags because it has top holder count over 15%, it's at 30%. The dev apparently holds 0, so I assume they probably actually sold out within 40 seconds, and percentage held by insiders is still at 30%. So red flag, not a red flag, but we'll have a look at it. The top holders, total holders is at 35, so that's always good. I like to see a meme coin that is increasing its holders after it's been launched, but we will take a look at it and see whether it's actually snipers or whether it's actually genuine buyers. We go through to the next one, so it talks to you about the different platforms and whether people are actually using it. Volume is a big one for me. New meme coins, you want to see them with volume. Generally, like this one right here at $49 is not enough volume for a meme coin for it to potentially take off. So this one likely doesn't perform very well. Market cap is at 5K. Okay, so this could be a potential trade. All right, so if we go into it and open it in a tab, let's have a look a little bit deeper at what we're looking at. Now, obviously, I will go back to that screen very shortly to show you my filters that I like to use. But for the sake of this video, I'll show you how I go about this trade. So if I like what I see on Pump Vision over here, guys, I then come into the token over here. Now, ultimately, we already knew that the dev didn't own any. So the dev buys, so you can actually hide it, but I always show it just to see what's happening with the dev. But the dev didn't buy any here, so that's really interesting. But if we do take a look at the trade, so despite there being a higher holder count on this token, and it was released literally a minute ago, what we notice is the beauty of BullX, okay? So you can see all of these little things here will show you that these are top holders. So in other words, they hold a massive amount of the supply. And if you scroll down all the way, you can actually start to track some of these wallets down here are generally the same wallets that are buying up the top. If we dive in a little bit further, guys, you can obviously come in here and you can see that as only 2% are held by the top 10. However, if we dive deeper using BullX, and that's what I love about this platform, you can actually find that this one is likely going to rug. So first off, 98% of it is held by others. However, if you come over to the side, you can track all of these other wallets. So these little green, yellow persons, essentially showing you who the top holders are. Any little red indicator here shows you that this person was an insider. So in other words, they were sent tokens, they were bundle sniped, they were airdropped tokens, or they sniped it at launch. So you want to see, ideally, you don't want to see any of these little yellow holders. You don't want to see any of these little red tokens when you're getting into some of these tokens. Now, the next one, guys, is this one here. If you see a sniper indicator, then generally that means that this person had the contract before it obviously launched, and they set up a sniper bot to snipe it immediately at launch. So if I see a range of yellow little men, or I see a red insider indicated there, or I see a lot of snipes like this one is showing here, I generally like to fade that sort of token, guys, because as you can see, it pumps literally within, this is 10 seconds. 14 seconds, and then it dumps all the way to 0. So that's what I like to do when I'm looking at these tokens. So red flags. So then I go back to either new pairs, like I showed you before, or I go to Pump.Vision, guys, and I start to find the next token. So while we're back on the platform here, guys, on the home screen, I'll show you some of the filters that I like to use. Now, obviously, I'm someone that likes to probably snipe tokens that generally have strength to push towards the millions. So I always put on one social. If they don't have a social, guys, I find that the meme coin rugs very quickly, and that it just can't sustain the volume or the interest or the strength of a meme, because essentially there's no socials to promote it, right? So they don't have a Twitter page, or they don't have a Telegram group, so they're not building a community. So more than likely it's going to rug very, very quickly. So I turn that one on. That's a must. I generally do like to turn top 10 holders on, which essentially just means that top 10 holders is under 15% of the total allocation. If you're more of a degen, you can obviously turn that one off. Now, ultimately, what we're looking for here is that the dev doesn't hold more than 5%. If they hold more than 5%, they just can ruin the absolute token and pump it and then dump it immediately. Volume, I like to see at least $500 of volume come in straight away. So I click apply. So there's my settings. So dev holding less than 5%. Volume at least 500, and one social. We will turn off top 10 holders for now because we can dive into that a little bit deeper. But then it just streamlines your sort of tokens. So as you can see here, I've got way less tokens coming in. So again, if you want to be more of a degen, you can obviously drop the volume down to probably 0, okay? And obviously dev holding 5%. And that way it's going to increase the amount of tokens that pop up more frequently, let's say, okay? So it's up to you how you go about that. let's just take a look at one for now. So again, I'm having a look at this. This one only has 2 holders. So again, I'm not going to get into that. It has less than 1K volume and it's been out for 27 minutes. So for me, that's just not a play. So Loro, let's have a look at this one. Okay, and this is what I do every single time. So red flags already, 93% of the tokens are held by insiders, 22% of that is in the top 10, and the dev holds 8%. So that's a red flag, guys. So I don't like to trade meme coins like that. I like to trade clean meme coins that have green, green, green across the board. For the sake of this video, let's get rid of dev and let's get rid of one social. And then we can click apply and then we can see some tokens, and I can show you the settings when I go into a particular meme. So if we have a look at this one, let's look at this again. This I have no, so it's got no data yet. Let's go back. So, and this is what I mean. You have to do so much research and spend so much time doing it, but it can be super lucrative, guys, if you can find the right meme coin. So if we have a look, let's go to, I want to find one that has a bit of volume. So, but again, you want to make sure that the volume is good. So look how many are launching. Like this is all within a minute. There we go. Like that's 10 tokens within a minute. So that's why it's good to use filtering systems, guys. The volume's low on that one. Let's just look at this one, okay? So weird animal, yeah, here, perfect. So as you can see, all right, so this is what I like to look for. So we have a top holder count of 8, holders count of 8. So ideally you want to see this increasing. If it's increasing, so if holder count is increasing as the meme coin pumps up, guys, then generally that means that it's probably a token that you want to get into. As you can see here, the dev bought immediately for $127. They sold out for $135. So they literally made $7 in 5 seconds. They then rebought and they haven't sold their bags yet. So that's a red flag for me because, yeah, bang, there we go, live on screen. Okay, we don't want to see that. So ideally you want to see either the dev buy no tokens or the dev buy and sell, and then other buyers step into the market, or you want to see the dev hold their tokens higher. But ultimately, we see, as you can see, holder count has come down. So that's a red flag, guys. And again, there's no socials up the top, which I like to see. And the beauty of Pump.fun and Moonshot meme coins is that BullX has this bubble map inbuilt into it. So you can see this person owns 2.7% of the supply, 1.5% of the supply. That's because it's dumped now, guys. Bonding curve, yeah. So it's this one's going to 0 very quickly. And as you can see, like it's if we dive into it deeper, you can see that all the trading was done by top holders, by snipers, okay, red flags everywhere, or by insiders like we saw on the main screen. So it pays to understand what the tokens look like when they are likely to rug, because then you can actually find some of the genuine ones. Now, ultimately, my meme coin sniping settings, guys, I'll just show you over on the side. I have one for general trades and I have one for sniping, but if we do look at them, okay, so we'll look at the snipe one first. You can see here that it is, so priority fee 0.02 Solana, slippage at 10. Ideally, you do want to get into the trade, but if it does pump more than 10%, I generally try to fade it. You want to have MEV protection, that way you don't get botted on your buys and your sells. Priority fee, again, or bribe is also 0.02. It just means that your transaction goes through a lot faster. And obviously, if I am in a token, that's why my slippage limit is a bit higher on the sell side, because I want to get out of a token faster. So I'm happy for the slippage to be about 25%. So that means that if price does go up or down 25%, I'm still going to see my transaction succeed. I need to fix up my G trade, which is my trading, because it would be on the more conservative side. But for the sniping, that's what I like to use. And that's what I've consistently used, guys. So this is really interesting because we're currently here with this chart here. So again, they've got some social. Okay, so they do have a social now, guys. So they've got 6 members in their Telegram. We have seen that the dev's rebought again. So again, it's only pumping because the dev bought. So probably fade this, guys. But ideally, you want to see socials. You want to see the dev not mucking around like this. You want to see the dev get in and out, or the dev hold, and new holders step in. And that's the way that I like to trade. And we'll do one more just to show you what I like to look for, and see if we can find one that potentially could run up. But yeah, again, so you'll find a lot of these meme coins are probably rugs. Like 95% of them are rugs. So that's why you have to have time to sift through all of this to make sure that you can actually find the genuine tokens. All right, so let's look at this one. It seems to be a bit better, but again, okay, so this is key, and this is what you'll find, guys. The devs literally are rugging within, look at this. This is 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. This is on the 1 second chart. They bought $317, and they sold it for $338. So they made $20 in 5 seconds, and that's all they care about. And no holders are stepping in, no trades coming in. Yep, no. So we go back to Pump Vision and try and find another one. So it's incredibly important that you obviously use the filter system like I showed you before. So ideally I want to see at least one social. Top 10 holders should be 15% or lower. That's probably the one that you can untick. You want to see volume coming in. You want to see market cap increasing. You want to see buys and sells. So again, if you are someone on the more conservative side, you can set all of these up the way that you like to trade. If you're more of a degen, you'd leave them all unticked at the moment. Let's just look at a couple more. Let's go this one here. Moonshot trading coming soon. Yeah, so it's trading on Dex Screener. But if we come to Dex Screener, which is, again, beautiful about BullX, it shows you, you can get into it. But what we're noticing already, guys, is that there is only 5 buyers stepping into this token, hence the reason it's pumping. If we have a look here, we come back to BullX. Essentially, it's showing me that the dev bought. The dev obviously hasn't sold any. Are there new holders stepping in? No, there's still 94% of them. Okay, so we got a couple more stepping in, but again, we're seeing, yep, the dev create. Okay, we've got some top holders stepping in. So ideally, you want to see this moving up, okay? You want to see volume stay high, and you want to see new holders stepping into the token. And ideally, you want to see socials on the side. So if you can get all of those aligned, then that is the way that I consistently snipe tokens using BullX. So guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. And obviously don't forget that if you'd like to sign up for this platform, it is the best platform, okay, period, okay? This is only on Solana and you can actually trade all of these different chains as well. So Base is on there, Blast, Binance, Ethereum, Arb. So you can actually use this to trade all different blockchains. Get that access by clicking on the link in the description below, which gets you 10% off your fees, and it also gets you early access to their potential airdrops in the coming weeks. As you can see over on the side, they actually just launched their first airdrop, and they will obviously have some more coming soon. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you do have any feedback in the comments below. So there you have it, guys. There's my tutorial on how I snipe Solana meme coins using BullX. If you like my content, please subscribe down below. Smash the like button as well because it generally does help the channel grow. As always, check out my trading group, guys, for a juicy 23% sale. Use the code July_sale to get access. As always, take care and I'll see you in the next one.